This is a mini sequence which will focus on stretching into the hamstrings and opening out into the hips. We're going to start out in a low lunge. Left knee down, right foot flat. Again, let that leg push as much into the ground as possible, take the pressure off the knee. Feel free to flip over the mat. Relax the shoulder blades, hands can stay on the hips, or if it feels okay, hands are reaching up. We're going to let the hips slide forward. So you're letting this knee gently guide forward. So it's like you're trying to get that left hip down to that ground, but you're keeping the hips side by side. Relax the shoulder blades. Keeping that focus on the breath here. Straighten into that right leg. Bringing the hands down. We'll actually start off with, we're going to come onto the heel. So you've got this front leg straight. I've got a gentle softness into the knee, because otherwise if I lock that leg, putting a lot of pressure into my knee. So I'm just softening into that knee. You're keeping your right and your left hip side by side. Inhale here. Exhale to hinge, and keeping that back nice and long, because what you're trying to do is stretch into the leg and working through the hip. So at this point, this is as far as I can go, otherwise I'm going to start rounding the back, which I really don't want to do. So what I'm going to do is soften the knee a little bit more, so bend the knee a little bit more, and I've got a little bit more range through the hip. And I'm just going to stop here. Back stays long, or you can round the back as long as that feels okay for you. Slowing down the breath. Letting your body relax into this. Slowly rolling to that right foot, bringing the hands down to the inside edge. So shuffle the right foot a little bit wider. Back knee can stay down, or you can raise the back knee up. I'm going to lift my back knee just to give my knee a little rest. This is for lizard. Inhale here. Maybe walking the hands forwards, and we're just going to sink the body down for a breath here, tuning into that right hip. Slowing down the breathing, walking the hands back, stepping back, lowering the knees down, and then bringing that left foot forward. And we're going to repeat onto the left side, starting out into a low lunge, keeping the hands side by side onto the hips. Inhale to reach up. Option to let the body, so the movement comes from the lower body. The upper body moves forwards, but that's because the legs and the hips are opening out. So the body stays upright if possible. Slowing down that breath in that low lunge. Push through that leg, straighten the leg, bringing the hands to the hip, coming onto the heel of the front foot. You might want to flip the mat over just to give yourself a little bit of extra padding, or just take a cushion under the knee. Soften it into that left knee. Inhale here. Exhale to hinge. Again, working through the hips. Notice a difference. There might be a difference on this side compared to the other side, keeping the back nice and long. Have that knee a little bit soft, and that will give you more range. Once you get to the point where you can feel the back starting to round, option to stay here or option to round the back. Hands can stay on the hips, down to the mat, or onto the leg. Just don't put on any pressure onto that knee. Slowing down the breathing. Slowly rolling onto that left foot, bringing the hands to the inside edge. We're going to shuffle that left foot a little bit wider and a little bit further away from you. Curling the toes under is an option. I take that option here just to give my knee a little rest. Inhale here. Exhale, see if you're able to walk the hands forward and letting the body sink down. Feel that connection between the left leg and the left shoulder. Slowing down the breathing. Walking the hands back, stepping back to plank, and lowering the knees down for child's pose, having the knees nice and wide if that's available to you, letting the bum sink back, reaching the fingertips away, or wrap the fingertips, wrap the hands around the legs, slowing down the breath and letting the head just rest. Again, feel free to make a platform with your hands or to grab a cushion, slowing down the breathing. Really slowly bringing the body up. Enjoy.